everybody. Welcome to the Prime 4 podcast. My name is Bryce.
Chris.
Ross. Alex.
Sorry about last week. We didn't give you an episode, and you didn't miss us. Did you guys see Eminem perform at the Grammys? Yes. After 17 years.
I heard about it.
He was supposed to perform Lose Yourself when he won the Grammy or whatever for 8 Mile 17 years ago. And he finally did it. Mm-hmm. He finally did it.
Because what?
I don't know why he did it, though. I think it was just time. Well, Elton John was there, too. So I think he might have been supporting his guy. Because he was, nominated for Rocket Man and shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he did it.
I read some article that said that they were talking with him about it for the past few years about him doing it, and then it just lined up or something like that.
Yeah, he's been pretty busy, and he just got music to be murdered by, so he probably wasn't. Because he was going back-to-back albums for 3 fucking years or some shit. So, I watched it. He seemed out of breath for a lot of it.
People said
which sucked. He was jumping around, though.
Well, he was on the treadmill earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Always on
he was watching 8 Mile on his Nordic
track. Didn't they
track.
say that he knocked off his sound pack thing so you couldn't hear him very good or something like that?
I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention there.
Maybe. I know some people were saying
it was awesome because he still got through it, but it was pretty sketchy in my opinion for breath. But
he's old. We're forgetting.
He's 47. Yeah, he's jumping around.
It's gonna happen.
But it was cool seeing just celebrities when they go in the audience and see Gal Gadot just fucking yeah. And I'm she wasn't really doing that, Alex, but you're just seeing celebrities get into it.
Yeah.
And then the deadpan on some fucking hosers that didn't get into it. I think Leonardo DiCaprio, I think they showed him at the end and he was just deadpan, just clapping, and I'm
he's got to do the fucking thing.
I don't know what he did. Oh, my bad. It's been a while. It's a good week. We'll talk about that. It's a good couple weeks. So let's go ahead and open our Gospels according to St. Peter, written by Moses Barrett III. We're going to do Book 1, Chapter 5. I told y'all. Hold on. And St. Peter said unto them, if y'all ready, get your lighter, put your fire in the air. I'm about to blow this up. Oh yeah. It's a on now. Petey Pop done and graduated. Broke a loose, shook 'em off, ha, twisted the game. Mm-hmm. And that concludes our service of the Gospel according to St. Peter, written by Moses Barrett III.
MB3.
Yep. So, it was an exciting week. I wanted to drink tonight, but maybe later we will. Don't know.
Can't say yes or no.
But let's just get this out of the way.
Do it.
You gotta say, I don't know, but I have a good feeling it's going to probably happen. You gotta do the President Trump or whatever.
Oh, fuck I don't know. That's funny.
Yang dropped out of the primaries.
Yes.
We no longer have to worry about Yang and the delusional fucking people that fell for his bribe.
My question...
That's done. We're done with that shit. Now Booty Judge is gone. We just gotta get that fuckboy out of the way. Then we're good.
Is that gonna actually happen? Number one. And
no.
Number two,
Booty
with Yang,
did you know what they're
already
at,
have
though?
Yang stickers on their cars. What type of...
Yeah, I was gonna take $1,000 a month to get that.
Oh, the people on Reddit for the Yang for president or whatever, they're so. It's just phenomenal how people fall for the most blatant dumb shit. This is such a candidate with progressive views and issue related campaigning, and it's the dude ran on $1,000 stimulus check, and he didn't have a plan for shit. Not since the first fucking debate.
The last president that was elected and is currently in office ran on lies too, and that shit worked for him. So,
but Yang isn't even lying. He just doesn't say anything except for $1,000 stimulus,
deal.
automation. I'll give you money.
Exactly. Yang was like some kind of, is he a business like owner or something like that? Like
He's a millionaire. Who gives a shit?
Here's the deal.
He's probably an entrepreneur or something.
He is he's like, let's just go straight to late stage capitalism. You won't have a job, but you'll get $1,000 a month. Good luck living.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good luck.
surviving.
Good luck living on that when you lose your job. And these people are so delusional on Reddit.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, look at this study saying how it is the perfect solution for the economy, an 8-year study. And I'm like, oh, really? So, but what about when the Republican gets in and just takes it away? Mm-hmm. Because there's no way they would ever fucking stand for it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, whoa, we'll be set because we'll have 4 to 8 years of $1,000 stimulus checks. And this will create 4.6 million jobs.
Are these checks going to be pre-taxed?
I'm pretty sure it will be.
I would
I'm
hope
pretty
so.
sure it's 1,000.
Otherwise,
net.
all these people are going to be all like, when tax season comes around, they're going to be like, fuck.
Yeah. But it's like,
Right?
but the
That's a
study
good
I
point.
was seeing, because I just want to bring this up because someone was arguing with me on Reddit because now I'm going into the political subs representing all of us, which I shouldn't, but I am anyway. And this guy like shows me a
Why is this the
study,
first time I'm
not
hearing
peer
this?
reviewed, saying that it's going to create 4.6 million jobs. And I'm like, houseway.
They said fucking...
Houseway.
They said Keystone XL was going to create a ton of jobs, and
Yeah,
never did.
houseway.
Didn't we try stimulus packages as a country previously?
Yeah, we've done that before.
What has that done for us?
We did it once with Bush, and that was, they saved it. They didn't spend, but that was a one-time thing.
I think they did a state one too, well, at least once or twice that we had.
And I'm like, the cost of living is just fucking up.
Yeah, because like what's an apartment now?
And like, how are we creating
4.6
4.6 million jobs? This guy's like arguing with me. He's like, they'll get fucking $1,000 a month. People will be starting businesses left and right. And I'm like, what? 4.6 million? You're talking about hundreds of thousands of people starting businesses off of 1K extra stimulus a month. And I'm like, you're fucking delusional.
Yep.
It's
I mean,
incredible how dumb you are.
That's $12,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
That's a car a year.
That's below the poverty line because your job's going to go away.
Yeah.
Well, even if your job doesn't go away, like all this extra money, like inflation exists, correct? Like the price of shit is gonna go up. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
They'll
everything
know
will
you
go
have
up
more
across
money.
the fucking board, and it's insane to think otherwise. Because the thing is that the 4.6 million jobs, if it's net gain, 4.6 million jobs, that's accounting for every single thing that's entire industries that have been lost to automation.
yeah, that's what
So
I was
you
about
have
to say,
millions
like,
of jobs upon the 4.6 million created.
The thing too is
We're
how much displacement of jobs is there gonna be before those?
We're talking entire industries because
Right.
now every single company has the life support of the 1K stimulus to get rid of any doubt that they had on pulling the plug on automation. So the entire fast food industry, it's like, fuck, we got all these people, we can't just fire them all. They have nothing to fall back on, severance packages left and right, unions created, whatever. But now 1K stimulus checks, they're like, oh, there you go. You're making 3/4 of your pay a month right there. We don't have to worry about anything. Pull the plug. And it's like, it's fucking phenomenal. The only thing that you can do with anything that requires like giving people money has to be federal and make companies pay the money.
Yeah.
Like a federal minimum wage. Because a 1K stimulus doesn't solve the inherent problem that companies are greedy and will fuck you over any chance they get. You force them to give that money.
But what that sounds like to the vast majority is, you don't like free shit, bro? I don't
Yeah.
like free shit. And it's like, you're looking at the short term, like, yeah, $1,000 in my pocket right now at this moment would be super dope, and I could think of this, that, and a third that I can do with it. However, the long-term ramifications nobody's ever thinking of.
No, it's just... when Yang came in and he's like, if you vote for me, I'll give you $1,000 a month. It wouldn't have passed anyway. That's a pipe dream.
Yeah.
But the same with a lot of shit that candidates say. Always a pipe dream.
Let's say he somehow could executive order something like that, even like...
I don't think he can.
Yeah, see, I don't know how far they can reach, so I don't know.
Stimulus. Did Bush have to... Bush have to get approval for the stimulus? The one-time stimulus?
That was part of the tax plan, I think.
Okay, yeah. It's a shit show, but I'm glad that we're done. We don't have to deal with that anymore. The DNC's now backing Buttigieg, so somehow someone who was polling at 0
The only problem...
or little to nothing now has the media backing and the financial backing of the entire DNC now that Biden's
going to work, though.
100% work. He went from nothing to getting he's still 2 delegates up on Bernie.
The first 2 fucking caucuses and primaries, primarily white voters, okay? Buttigieg and Klobuchar. Okay, Klobuchar is polling at 0% with African-American voters. Buttigieg is polling at 3% nationally with African-American voters.
But you can't trust that stuff.
You can't
trust the
polls.
polls.
How is he going to make up the votes?
Because Buttigieg was
polling in states that have more
Buttigieg was polling at little to nothing behind Warren before the whole DNC traitor shit by pulling Bernie Sanders and leaving Buttigieg in Iowa.
The last month to 2 months,
he had
Iowa,
nothing.
Buttigieg
Now he has 2 states.
Was one of the top 3 people the last 2 months before it.
He was 3rd behind Warren.
Yeah, because she was on top at one point.
Yeah, and now Buttigieg is 2 delegates ahead on Bernie.
That don't matter.
Someone who went from nothing to winning.
Bernie's like projected to win. Like,
no, Bernie's
pretty much
winning
almost every state now.
I hope so. I hope so. My shirt says so. I wasn't lying. I'm Bernie all the way. Mm-hmm. Fuck the Democrats, but I'm Bernie all the way because that's my dude. But just think of it. He went from doing nothing to now being in the lead.
Yeah.
And he has the CNN
manufactured lead because they wouldn't correct the votes.
What's the DNC shit? CNN, CBS,
not
ABC,
to mention
or whatever.
Doesn't Buttigieg didn't they give $14,000 to the company that made the
Iowa caucus a shit show?
The phone app that they used for the voting or
yep.
whatever?
Yeah. Yep. And then that viral video of that kid flipping the coin that gave him 4 fucking delegates.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it's just the most. He's being recorded. This kid's flipping a coin because that's how it's decided who wins when it's a tie. Yeah. They flip a fucking coin. The kid palms it. And he's like, he looks at it and he's like, it's heads. And then he clearly just flips it in his hand to be whatever the fuck he wants. Yeah. And they're like, and everyone's like, every booty judge is like, oh yeah, that's it. That's my guy. Clear in there. Clear in the butthole. That's my guy. Booty judge is where he belongs. And there was, I don't know if they're gonna recount that shit at all, but.
Here's what they said.
4 delegates he got, and he's 2 up right now.
They said that the math on the worksheets where they calculate the delegates at each precinct, they said that they can't mess with the math on those. They said because that would do something with the sanctity of voting something. The
sanctity of voting doesn't matter anymore.
They pretty much said they couldn't alter the actual calculation sheets, but Bernie's people said that they they made errors on other shit that would make up for the discrepancies or whatever and make it so it'd be tied delegates.
It's a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got who they want to win. It's not Bernie. It's
and you have the DNC media that's saying, "Oh, Buttigieg won."
So here's the deal.
Buttigieg won both states, and it's like,
how did he win both states? Bernie easily.
So
won
here's the deal.
But he's still behind in delegates, so they're just that's their excuse.
So here's the
Bernie
deal.
wins the popular votes, but Buttigieg is still in the lead.
Buttigieg, Biden.
Say his name correctly.
Bloomberg, they're all Republicans.
Yeah.
And you don't beat Republicans by running a fucking Republican as a Democrat, because when people have to choose between a Republican and a Republican, they're going to choose a fucking Republican.
Well, they always say a progressive can't win, but then you go back to 2000, it's like Al Gore, centrist, lost. Okay? John Kerry, centrist, lost. Obama claimed to be progressive. People figured out he was a centrist, so he got elected because he said he was a progressive. Okay? Hillary Clinton, centrist, lost. Okay? Every centrist is lost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Obama, bless his heart, that was a fucking, that was an upset.
Well, he said he was a progressive, and then he kind of wasn't.
Well, yeah. I love Obama. It was more of the same. He didn't fuck everybody, which is awesome. So that's like the best we can ask for when we vote for a Democrat or some shit. And I'm sorry, people. I just wanted to get that off the top of the start of the head here of the fucking podcast that Yang's gone. So hopefully those subreddits die off, and then they just vote for Bernie like they should have in the first place. And
After getting shit on.
get rid of Booty. I'm glad people are like kind of realizing on Reddit what Booty Judge is.
Yeah.
And then like,
But how
I've
much?
seen those
how
quotes
much
of his that just mean nothing.
yeah.
Well, with Reddit,
Yeah.
I don't really see Redditors or people that are on Reddit as huge people that go out and vote.
Well,
Like,
Redditors do
Well,
because
not-
they're very liberal, but it's like there's not that they don't sway a country.
right,
Like,
right. But what I'm saying
Well,
is, a lot of people are on Reddit.
it's a circle jerk,
If we,
echo chamber.
yeah,
I like it.
when
like it,
Buttigieg gets asked questions that he doesn't want to answer because, you know, they wouldn't be popular among the Democratic voters, like how, you know, in South Bend, total arrests went down for crimes, but the black arrest rate went up, and it was like, are you just arresting black people? And I don't think he never answered the question. You know? So
Well,
it's kinda
hopefully,
crazy,
Oh,
man.
you mean
as
like
soon
how-
as Booty Judge is gone, we're
You mean
just
like
smooth
how he
sailing.
evicted
I
like
don't think
1,000
that's
like
I don't
minorities
think so
from their
either.
houses and then just bulldozed them to increase property values?
gentrification,
Could be.
dude.
It's going to be Booty Judge
The
versus
great
Trump for
gentrifier.
sure.
No.
and fucking
Because
Trump's
Booty Judge
gonna-
It just has no steam in my opinion, but
Oh,
okay.
he does clearly have steam. It
We
just
did the
showed.
same-
We'll see in
we-
about 2 or 3 weeks if he has any steam.
We did this.
We'll see if he's polls as
thing.
popular in the South that he does in
He
2
won't.
northern
I'll just
states.
tell you that right
We
now.
did the same thing with Trump, did we not? We laughed.
We knew the
had
South would
it.
love Trump. What
We
are you
were-
talking
no, what I'm saying
Well,
is
I
like,
wouldn't- I
Trump
did-
has no chance of winning.
Well, the
Trump
thing is,
has
though,
no
the
steam.
Southern
Like, if he did
Democrats,
that shit, and
the
it
Southern
sucks.
Democrats actually caucused for Hillary over Bernie. It's
Yeah.
not going to be the same way this time. They're not
Yeah.
gonna vote for Pete over Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders.
I'm sure they will. Because for some reason, Hillary pulled in minority vote.
well,
Pander.
Bill Clinton
Yeah.
is what they the first black president.
Yeah.
Yeah, Method Man.
tough.
Method Man was even on Breakfast Club saying, you know, Hillary this, Hillary that, vote for Hillary and shit. And it's like, I mean, he's got a lot of money, so I guess I don't blame him. People with money and no common sense vote for rich people. Vote for my guy Bernie, who has money, but he's like, what does he consider? Probably just middle class or upper middle class, probably.
Well,
With
you
his
see,
Senate.
the thing is, he's gotten pretty much all of his money from just his
Being a
Senate
senator, yeah.
pay, or like not
And then one
taking a
book
ton of not
or
taking
something like
money
that,
from
yeah.
like special interests. It's just when you've been working that long, you eventually have money.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Do you know that Buttigieg doesn't want Medicare for all, or whatever? He doesn't want like,
Well, he wants people to go through the VA to get that.
yeah. He's like he wants he wants. I saw a tweet from Buttigieg saying that he wants like he doesn't want health care for all because he wants like I think he said like hard workers or something to choose their like options or
He wants
something.
like a buy-in option to have it
So
happen
yeah.
the thing is,
or whatever.
these people, they do not want universal health care. They do not want universal education because those are the 2 main recruiting strategies of the U.S. military.
Yep. I mean, you're not wrong.
Get your
Yep.
college paid for, get your health care paid
I
for.
fucking
But the
live
biggest
this out,
the
like,
biggest
yes.
lobbyists are like
Yes.
fucking pharmaceutical companies and shit too, and like
Oh, you mean how the pharmaceutical companies like blame the middleman blames the doctor, so it's just a fucking
Yep.
nothing ever gets done about it.
circle jerk. So hopefully we see change. We'll see. Let's get off of politics for now. Maybe we'll talk about it later. Last week I had the week off or whatever, and we didn't do a podcast. I don't know why. Everybody was busy.
I could not be coming in your house if you're not here.
Why?
That's weird to me.
It's not weird. They were gonna.
It's weird.
I wasn't gonna.
It's
were.
weird to me.
I was gonna go.
Like,
I don't know what's wrong.
I don't
with
know.
that.
That's like me going upstairs, getting your car keys, and driving your car. Like, that's weird to me.
That has nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah, it does.
You just come in here, set up, record,
it's
and
like
leave.
occupying
It's like-
your space. What you not? That's weird. I don't know. It's just weird.
Not
What
weird
do
to me.
you think what do you think you're just gonna like show up here and then just like say I'm not leaving or something?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Squatters' rights.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You're
it's like,
squatters'
wow,
rights.
holy shit, we got another roommate now. Like, bring a suitcase and shit. Like, it just. I
I'm
don't know.
sorry,
It's
but
weird.
squatters' rights, no. Like, just literally just fucking go take your house back with whatever force is necessary, you
Right.
know?
Fuck yeah.
I went to last week when I was off. I did not much of anything. Played a lot of video games, and then last Friday I went to Korn and Breaking Benjamin concert,
How
which
was
was
that?
awesome. It was pretty good.
How was the venue?
It was good. It was the XL Energy Center,
Okay,
so it was
nice.
the big one. Korn was phenomenal. The sound, Bones UK was like the opener, and they were fucking awesome too. And Breaking Benjamin's sound like wasn't too great. Like the vocals were pretty dumbed down. Like you couldn't hear it very well. Korn did a lot better.
Well, I mean, Ben
it was
did
awesome.
almost died like 10 years ago, so like...
Here we go.
I mean, you could.
We already I think me and Ross already talked about this. How I didn't know that there was like 3 fucking singers in Breaking Benjamin.
There are 3.
Yeah, I thought it was just Benjamin.
He's the main one.
Yeah, and then they
There's-
have bald guy that does the screams
Does he?
and like their scream songs.
Bald
And then the
scream.
other guitarist guy or whatever does this like one of their soft hits. Like, and I'm like, what?
Wow.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
know, I
I'm
wouldn't.
like, who's singing? Like, why is there everybody fucking singing here? Like,
That's fucking.
All I can
crazy.
tell you is they didn't do the Halo theme.
yeah, they did.
No, you didn't hear no... Oh...
No, they didn't.
No, they did
Yeah.
blow me away. They did blow me away for the Halo 2 in 2004, was it, or 2003?
That's not the
Like that.
song, man. The song is the...
They did blow me away, and everybody was just losing their shit at that. Korn did pretty much. Breaking Benjamin did like every single one of their hits, and I was surprised how many hits they had. They had like 5 hits, and I'm like,
Well, I
holy
mean,
shit.
they're no Korn.
Wow.
No, yeah, Korn did like almost pretty much all of theirs.
They should have just done...
Except for Right Now.
How long
Like,
was their set
so-
to do all of theirs? Because Korn has a
So
lot
here's...
of.
Why
fucking
didn't they
hits.
just...
They
do-
were just zinging through.
Why
them,
didn't
too.
they just
Yeah.
like do the whole fucking like soundtrack from Queen of the Damned with like fucking 3D projections of Aaliyah or some
Fuck
shit?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that would have been fucking cool.
and then you get
They didn't do Forsaken from Queen of the Damned. I prefer the Disturbed one anyway, so that's good.
just no.
Disturbed hasn't
The
been
Great
good
Debate.
since their first album.
Was their first album Believe?
No, it's Down with the Sickness. Believe is number
Oh,
2.
okay.
just
I was
like
about to
going to
say,
full
like,
Believe is
promo.
good shit.
Believe is really good shit.
That's their best shit.
Yeah.
Fight me.
like
IRL,
10,000
Alex.
10,000 Fists is where they went
Square
downhill,
up.
man.
I didn't mind it.
Once they started focusing on Draymond's vocals over the actual music, like it went downhill.
That's good.
Like
dude.
Roddy, he's literally like he thinks about these things.
He's not
Well,
wrong.
Draymond is what made the band, so
I think
that's
that
what makes the music. You can't really replace a singer in most bands.
they did in AC/DC.
Successfully?
Successfully, actually, yeah. Brian Johnson from Bon Scott. Damn. Yeah.
I was about to say.
Well,
name one.
Highway to Hell is Bon Scott, essentially, but Back in Black is Brian Johnson.
Yep.
They came in with Back in Black, which is fucking phenomenal. And it's like, wow. And then Shook Me All Night Long or whatever, Brian Johnson, and it's like, he's got it. Because he sounds kind of
it
close
was-
to Bon Scott.
It seems like an upgrade, honestly, because Bon Scott.
Bon Scott was
For
fucking
me, like
good,
his,
dude.
for me though, his vocals seem kind of, you know, versus Johnson's just.
I mean, they're both like very unique sounding people.
That's true.
for sure.
Well, I mean-
Bon Scott has the Balls song or whatever. I got big balls. I've got big balls.
Well, I mean,
Such big balls. Dirty big balls.
I don't know, man.
And he's he's like talking about like a dance ball.
Yep.
But it's like, it's all like innuendos and
Yep.
shit. Oh, it's
Hilarious. My balls are always bouncing.
great. Yeah, from the left and to the right. Some people say that my balls could go all night. I think that's what he says or something.
Probably.
I was playing a lot of video games. I played Dead Cells, which I'm really late on the game. That's like a roguelike side scroller pixel game.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really
I
good.
didn't even know what it even was. I was like, "What's that?"
Really good. And I've been playing. Then I ran out of shit to play, so I played like Witcher 3, like trying to finish it.
Yeah.
I'm like 100 hours in, I think, or like 90 hours in. I'm like level 24.
Well, they have
Yeah.
those like 400 side quests,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it is so over. You cannot complete the game without doing like an insane amount of side quests and shit.
That's
Like,
dumb.
I'm just getting to the end of like my first playthrough. I'm not playing it again. But
What do you
like,
mean Henry Cavill's played it multiple times?
yeah. I mean, I like the game. It's really good, but oh my god, is it repetitive and like just get it over with.
Oh, look, he's hitting it again.
Yeah, like when I can't get to places and I'm like, oh my
You just
god, I
start
gotta just
grunting?
do 20 side quests to level up.
How many grunts is that in Toto?
I don't know, billion grunts. Gears of War studio head leaves to make Diablo 4.
Which
saw
Gears?
that.
Which number of Gears of War are they on now?
They've made 5 so far.
Holy
I
crap!
believe.
Gears
Yeah, it
actually come out, or
wasn't.
is it-
It hasn't been good since the first one. You know.
Because Gears 5, they
I
did
like-
some cover
I
of a
don't know.
song. I don't know if it's even.
Oh yeah, I was
Fucking
listening
fuck
to the
Evanescence.
original.
Evanescence did something
The
about what?
chain.
The chain.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
Ross said, "Listen
That
to
was
that."
so bad.
Last week, and I listened.
I
And
remember
I'm
I'd
like,
hear the commercial and I'd be like, "Oh, this sounds."
It's like nothing is actually sacred anymore. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
well,
What's
covers
crazy is-
covers can be really good.
They can.
You just gotta
Korn
do it
had
right.
an album of covers that was really decent. No,
What was it
was
called?
It was a greatest hits album, and it had a bunch of covers.
Oh
on
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Word Up. And all
Oh,
that
Korn,
shit.
Korn did. Oh yeah, Word Up.
Even Disturbed does usually like a cover on each album of something.
Yeah,
You know?
Korn did like they broke into one, like Metallica's One, and they did the darkness imprisoning me. Yeah, when they did the breakdown or whatever, and then they did Queen,
Oh, good.
like a part of Queen. I can't.
Wow.
Yeah, We Will Rock You. I think they did.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Like they did a song and then they just like transitioned into it.
I was gonna say,
and I'm like,
like-
I'm like in the stands just fucking going nuts.
People that are with you just like,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Like,
She was just like, no,
What do you
she was
call
she
it?
was
Precise.
she was jamming too.
That's fucking
no, like I
sweet.
think the best cover I've ever heard is 9 Inch Nails covering Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
God damn it! I thought you were gonna be serious.
It's like better
No.
than the original.
I thought you were gonna say serious. Like
We
like
all along the
Stone Temple
Watchtower.
Pilots doing Dancing Days or whatever.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Dancing Days is that my favorite Stone Temple Pilots song? Probably.
I think the best cover was.
Covers your favorite.
I think that the best cover
Is
was.
that that din, diddle, din, din, din,
Yep.
din, diddle, din, din, din.
Yep.
I don't know.
There you go.
That's like the riff in it or whatever.
I don't know, man. Robert Plant got vocals though.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, Led Zeppelin, dude. Okay, Final Fantasy Tactics. What did I put that down for?
You don't need to talk about that, really.
There's
Oh,
like
okay.
A Twitch, there's like
Oh,
a Twitch bot.
There's
where-
a Twitch thing that some guy made that I read about, where he took Final Fantasy Tactics and he made
It
it.
made a porno.
No, he made it so that it would generate random character teams, and the teams would face each other in like the game. It's like a turn-based,
Yeah.
thing, and it has where you can like bet on them and like which team's gonna win and stuff like that.
That's completely automated.
on Twitch with like
Yeah,
the
it's-
channel
it's-
points. You
yeah.
like
Wow.
place your bets and
So
stuff.
people
like
are paying actual money to bet.
that. No.
No, it's like whatever channel points he's talking about are. What
Does
are those?
that convert to any sort of
No.
cash? Oh, okay.
But it's like a really cool thing I discovered. I thought it was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Did you bet on anybody?
No, I didn't do it.
You just
No.
don't. You
I
bet.
don't
On,
even
you
know
bet on
how.
the team that does not have any squires. I'll tell you that.
Dude, I'm
Yep.
betting on the Vietnamese.
Jesus.
Whichever side has the Vietnamese. That's what I'm going with. That's an In Bruges reference, Ross. Just so
Yes.
you know,
I
one of the
just fucking
greatest,
keep
one of
saying-
the greatest comedies of all time.
Just keep saying that. Just because you keep saying it doesn't mean it's gonna make any sense.
Oh my god, that scene of that fucking movie. Warcraft 3 Reforged. Remember when we were looking forward to that?
Yep.
And it's been a shit show. It apparently isn't like because we're behind on this because we had a week off. But Warcraft 3 Reforged, they released it, and it turns out it was like a reskin of the original game.
Yeah, it
and
wasn't-
all of the bugs of the original game are still in it.
Yeah, they definitely wasn't finished like what they did.
No, it's like
They claim they're gonna make it better, but
it was literally just a reskin.
pretty
They
much.
had
So,
promised
re-
a bunch of stuff that
yeah.
they hadn't delivered on. They're like Bethesda.
They implied in their announcements or whatever for the Reforged that it was going to essentially be a remake, which is almost should be ground up like the Final Fantasy VII remake, but this is it turns out it's just a reskin.
HD remaster.
Yeah, an HD remaster.
Kind of,
It's a
yeah.
remaster essentially, just an HD remaster.
I thought they were adding a few like changes or more like different levels or shit like that. Or
They might eventually, I'm
storylines.
guessing.
Could
but,
be.
like-
That's why they probably had where they said like all the old stuff like tower defenses and stuff will work for this game. All the mods and stuff. It's like because it's the same game.
Probably.
You just
Oh.
reskinned it.
But no, it's like No Man's Sky where they promised a bunch of shit and then none of it was in the game.
Yeah, but then they did that year
But they actually
after
stuck
and it's
with
good. Yeah, No Man's Sky is good now. But that's a shit show. How long are we in? Half hour.
Half hour.
Don't worry, stick around. We'll get to politics more because we're running out of shit. Me and Chris saw Bad Boys for Life on my week off.
Fuck
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on Tuesday maybe.
Tuesday.
You know what movie
Tuesday,
I gotta see
$5
this week,
Tuesday.
though?
Yeah.
It's not Sanic. I didn't wear my Sanic shirt.
Rip.
I gotta go fast. That's what I say during sex as an excuse.
So Bad
As an
Boys for
excuse,
Life.
gotta go fast.
I knew something
What?
like that.
Bad
but,
Boys for Life.
Why don't you laugh at my jokes, Alex?
What? Oh.
Are you tired?
No,
That's
you
just
just
funny.
said Bad Boys for Life, and then I cut you off, so I was trying to change it back to the
Oh,
subject
yeah,
that we
yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
talk about.
We saw Bad Boys for Life. I don't know how Martin Lawrence got jowls like that, but it is off-putting. But he was the best part of the movie. Yeah.
He turns to this guy next to him on the plane and goes,
Oh yeah.
"Would you fuck a witch raw?" He wouldn't, Mike. Like,
Yeah. Oh, that part was so. That was the post-credit thing, was it? Yeah.
They
man.
had post credits things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
like
super
it just
funny.
like shit that was cut. I don't know why because it was the best shit.
Post credits Malone.
Like it was weird. There's like it. I don't know what it was, but Will Smith. I don't know if I like Will Smith anymore.
he's corny.
He is very good. He said, "Miss me with that shit," like 5 times. Like his son
Yeah.
says it, so he has to
that-
project it into the movie to be young.
Well,
Did he
and then,
did he like wonder why like
And it didn't sound genuine when he said it though, which was bad.
No.
What if he's
I love
what
Will
if he's
Smith.
really the one who says it and his kid just copies him?
Oh shit.
yeah no shit
He
all
is the
that
Fresh
shit, like,
Prince.
yeah.
if mirrors don't exist, then how can our eyes see or something? Whatever the fuck that Jaden Smith was or whatever.
Jaden Smith.
Yeah, Will
Inception
Smith to me
tweets.
now, he used to be my favorite actor too, but he's coming off as like the actor that's afraid to age
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
refuses to.
They kind
Kinda.
of played on that in the
I don't
movie
know.
too,
Yeah.
which is kind of refreshing.
I don't.
Yeah.
I only really give him like the first Men in Black and like I Am Legend. That's really about it.
Oh, what was that Midnight Cocoa or whatever? His beard.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "You're dyeing your goatee, Mike." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "That's the Midnight Cocoa. I know that anyway," or whatever.
Oh,
Like
and
they're
actually,
just for men brushing.
Yeah, then he does it when he's.
I'll give him
Oh my
iRobot too, but that's really about
yeah,
it.
I want
iRobot
too.
is so good.
They need a second
iRobot
one.
is good. Yeah.
Well, but they free.
iRobot?
I guess they could come up with a plot to like make it go somewhere.
Yeah.
Have
Like, because they freed them. They freed them.
Cyborg's next.
Cyberdyne. Cyberdyne Systems. Skynet. And iRobot. What if they made a Terminator movie where it's like, I did not murder him. Like, he comes through the portal and it's like, wait, what? That cross universe shit? That'd be iRobot is so fucking good.
Yep.
I want to see it now. It's the goddamn robots, John.
Yep.
Oh man, I miss that movie. I want to see Matrix, and now I want to see iRobot really bad.
Yeah.
I have an itch to see the Matrix again because it's so good.
I mean, yeah,
Because it's so
watch
good,
it.
Ross.
I've
Sure.
never really been
'Cause
big
so
on
good.
the Matrix.
Yeah.
Well, the second one and the third one left to like some to be desired, but
Yeah.
because it's hard to keep up with the first. Because
It
it's like
is just so mind blowing.
finishing a story. Yeah, it's just the Matrix so good.
Follow the
Just so
rabbits.
good out.
Johnny Mnemonic's better.
Johnny and Mox good, but it's no Matrix. Let's be clear.
Point
Let me
Break
be
is
clear.
better.
No, it ain't. Point Blank is a shit show, and you know that.
I'm just
what I
listing.
said?
Did I say Point Blank or
the John
Break?
Wick trilogy
Point
is
Break.
better. I'm listing off all these movies of
John
films
Wick
that are
trilogy
better than-
is better than Point Break.
Yeah.
John Wick
But-
trilogy is better than The Matrix.
What? Okay, there's only a few. There's not like there's only a few movies of Keanu's that's better. That Point Break is better than. It ain't no Speed.
Just the dialogue in Matrix alone is fucking dope. Like,
Yeah.
If you're
Sure, Chris.
like really listening to that movie is crazy. Like, there was one time where I was like, I'll go to sleep listening to the Matrix, and I was like, yo, he just said some really crazy shit. And it was like 3 o'clock in the morning before I went to sleep because I was listening to this good ass
I
dialogue.
can just see
and
Chris like
basketball.
reading like screenplays to movies, being like, "This is some dope shit." Right?
Oh my god, that would be boring, dude.
The fucking clip-on light to the edge of the script. I'm like, oh, this shit is crazy.
just no, even better yet,
even make it in the movie.
Oof size.
large.
Oh, okay. Quit sending memes in there. Jesus.
That's fucking great.
Rick Moranis was paid he had to have been paid $1 billion to star in, I think they're going to call it Shrunk
I
on
believe.
Disney Plus. It's
Oh,
like a
fuck.
I Shrunk the Kids show.
Honey, I Shrunk
Rick
the Kids.
Moranis, he's been retired forever.
20 years.
Yeah. Because then he did like a little bluegrass like music career, I think, or something, and then
Right,
like his wife or whatever and then like grew up with his kids probably, and now he's coming back. They had to pay him so much money.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are like, "Well, he's doing that, but he wouldn't do Ghostbusters, like the new one that they're making."
That's what I'm saying. They had to
Well,
probably
here's the
offer him
deal.
a dump truck of
The
money.
reboot of Ghostbusters was so dog shit.
Well,
that
no,
he
this
probably didn't want to. Oh, they're
Well,
rebooting
doing
it again.
They're doing a new
Yeah.
one with actual
Oh.
people from the original.
It
well,
looks,
not Peter Venkman.
It looks.
Aren't they doing the one with the kids or something?
I don't know.
And
Yeah.
they're doing another one for Ghostbusters?
Really?
I thought it had original people in it.
Harold Ramis.
That's why he would have been in it.
No, they're doing one with kids, like where it all
Yeah.
started.
No, They
Or-
said I got something for my grandpa or some shit. So like it's like
Yeah, it's like a new generation
They're-
thing.
yeah,
I think.
they-
Oh, okay. I thought it was like them like getting started. But yeah, but that one makes sense why they had the fucking car and their kids though.
Yeah,
yeah, that,
I guess.
There's too many like visually seeing that. Like, am I excited for it? Still, yes. But there looks like too many parallels where it's like a lot of Stranger Things-esque shit going
Well,
on.
because one of the kid actors is
Yeah.
from Stranger Things. Maybe
Well,
Well,
two.
I mean, realistically, when some fucking big, like, fucking Slavic dude, like, fucking haunts you from, like, a painting or some shit, like,
Yep.
you fucking know, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of Stranger Things, the teaser for Stranger Things 4 came out today.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Gonna watch that.
Look
Vigo,
good.
the
Look good.
Carpathian dude.
It looked good. And
So it's
like,
not a spoiler anymore if you say something from it, right? Or is it?
well, no, because if you watch the third season, you know.
Okay.
Like you had to know that he lived and
Yeah.
like he's there in the fucking.
A lot of people were
South.
saying that pretty much.
Yeah, the American.
Even
It's
though,
like,
even though there were still people like,
yeah, did he live? And
Yep.
it's like, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it shows him in the teaser, so it's like
he
clearly.
tweets something. Is this a clue to if he lived or died?
Yeah. Is this his dark past before he becomes a cop? I mean, like season 3 wasn't bad. Like Stranger Things to me hasn't had a bad season yet. Like I'm still
mean,
riding with Stranger Things.
haven't
Oh,
watched
but
it yet,
here's the
so.
deal. Here's the
The
deal.
first season's really fucking good. Second
So-
season good. Third
so
season
here's
good.
the deal.
It's like
They say this is the last season, right?
I hope so. I hope
thought they
they.
said
I
that,
hope
yeah.
they.
So-
At least end on a high note.
Yeah.
So
Ending it would be the
so
best thing.
8
they could
divided
do.
by 2 equals 4. Season 4 equals season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Oh no.
That was weird
Numerics.
math you did there, but
Okay,
did the
Andrew Yang.
it's the goddamn numbers, John. Andrew
Hey,
Yang.
man, it's
It could be bad. I don't know, but I'll
it's
still
gotta
watch
jump
it.
the shark at some point.
I mean, it's Netflix, so I mean, I'll watch it because it's like,
well, it's not like Breaking Bad where you can just like fucking go strong the whole way through.
I haven't
Break-
watched that either.
The thing is,
Breaking Bad's really good too.
I tried.
It's not like fucking Justified
It
where
takes,
you just keep upping the ante.
Breaking
Justified's
Bad
really good.
starts kind of slower than I remember when I watched it the third time. Like,
Yeah,
You're watching it the third time through Breaking Bad?
When I started it the third time,
Yeah, it's one of the best shows, like, considered one of the best shows ever made.
I already talked to you about that, though. Like, I don't like anything with, like, drug shit for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, realistically, the
Then you
trailer...
won't like
Kind
it.
of turns me off.
I mean, the Trailer Park Boys, they're on they did, like, 10 seasons or some shit? And, like,
Are they still doing that shit?
I don't know. I think that they take
Trailer
the
Park, that's only marijuana. I mean, I can handle that.
But no, nothing.
Yeah, just watch Pineapple Express, Alex. This cherry is popped.
That's funny.
And what's that Half Baked? You've seen Half Baked,
Yep.
so yeah, you're good.
Half
Did you think
Baked
Half
was
Baked
that-
was funny?
Hey, if you ask any pothead, they'd say marijuana's not a drug.
It's a plant.
It's
It
a
just
plant.
grows like that.
Yeah. So
And if
is
you happen to
Poison
set it on
Ivory, but
fire-
you ain't smoking that shit.
See,
bitch.
Poison Ivory?
But what did I?
That's what you said.
I probably did. I probably did.
That is the new racial slur, and that is not allowed.
Wait, did we come up with it? Yeah. Poison Ivory. That's a good racial slur against white people.
That's Pete Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg. Poison Ivory. There it is. Ross bleeped the whole thing. Alex can't say what we're saying because he likes his job.
It's funny. All right. And we're back.
And white people are Poison Ivory.
And we're back.
God damn
Oh,
it.
shit.
Still Poison Ivory. Don't cut it. Just let it go. Because we left the last one in where we made insensitive LGBTQ comments.
Oh, that's funny.
They were not insensitive.
Shut up! Don't dig a deeper hole.
You're trying to, like...
They were. You even said they were Dave Chappelle-esque comments.
Yeah, and you said Joe Rogan, and people like Joe Rogan.
Yep.
Do.
Yeah. Step one is be rich off Fear Factor and attractive.
And
Again.
get
Oscars
jacked
happen,
up.
people. Now, let me just run down to you the basic bullshit that happened.
Yep.
Just kidding. It sounds good. Best Actor, Joaquin Phoenix, Joker.
Yep.
Expected. Fucking phenomenal performance. Brad Pitt, Best Supporting Actor for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I didn't see it. I hope all these movies come
A
back
lot
to
of people
theaters.
said he was good in it. That's all I heard. I never watched
I
it.
want all of these movies to come back in theaters so I can watch them. Because I missed out on...
Didn't they say they would do like a thing at our local theater?
I think so. I think Mr. Marcus said that.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mox.
Parasite won Best Picture, Director, Original Screenplay, and International Film.
Yep.
I have to see it because people are saying it's the best movie they've
Yeah,
ever
I've been
seen.
hearing about it since it came out. Like,
Yeah,
a lot.
I've heard only good things, and then I've also heard people saying it's the best movie they've ever seen.
Yep.
And like, it's all about like class warfare apparently or something.
Well,
so
here's
it's
the
like
deal.
awesome.
When it's from the guy who did Snowpiercer, which is like the greatest film that's ever been made to this point.
An English film, yeah. He made an English film. I thought it was a remake of one that he did in Korean, but no, he did Snowpiercer in English.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he did, what did he do? The boy movie? Old Boy?
Old
Nope,
boy.
that's
That's the other guy?
Park Chan-wook.
Park Chan-wook. Did he do, what else did he do for Korean films?
The Host.
Oh, yep, The Host. I remember that being a big deal back in the day.
That was so... It was so good.
I still haven't seen The Host,
Just like
actually.
Americans
I haven't
dump the
seen
chemicals
those.
in the river and then just fucking monster appears, dude.
Yep.
It was so
like
good.
every fucking Godzilla movie or anything. Best Actress, Renee Zellweger for Judy. I think the movie's called Judy. Supporting Actress, Laura Dern in The Marriage Story.
The Judy Garland movie, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the Oscars. So it looks like people who deserved it, I'm assuming, got it. Like, it wasn't like just horse shit.
I mean, there's not a lot of diversity there.
Well,
is there?
the fields weren't very...
What do you want
Like-
diversity? What
Well,
are you
that's
rooting for?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying it because I
don't
feel
know.
that
A
way. I'm
Korean
saying
movie
it because
swept like a majority of the categories.
because
so I
some.
don't know what
Well,
you're talking
here's
about.
the deal, though.
Irishman was up for a lot of them too.
Was it?
Yeah, Joe Pesci lost to Brad Pitt. And that did I say on the podcast I finished The Irishman finally?
Did you finally finish it?
Yeah, and it was good. It's like 3.5 hours or whatever. I did it in like 10 sittings or something. Yeah.
I am scrolling through these, and there is a lot of not
Poison
diversity.
Ivory?
A little bit of that.
I'm
visually,
glad.
you can take whatever you want to from it, like visually, whatever. And I think we had talks before, like it's if we deem it the gold standard, that's why it's the gold standard. And if you don't like the people that won on those shows, like definitely support.
Well, it's
whoever you
also the
think should
people who
win.
do the voting who get to choose who's even up for the awards anyway. So
Yeah.
I know Avengers Endgame didn't win anything,
Why would it?
and I think it was up for the most. I don't know if this is true, but I thought it said it was up for the most things that and didn't win anything of anything.
Not even special effects?
Yeah, I mean, it had the most nominations and didn't win than anything ever has. I think. Like usually they win at least one thing.
What
Does.
what won special effects then?
Oh,
Or do they even do that
it might have
anymore?
been that 1917 movie that won.
Oh, yeah.
Was this
I
year?
heard something about being like something about an insane continuous shot in it or something.
Yep.
Like the whole movie wasn't a continuous shot, was
No,
it?
it was like there was a really big one where they're running across a battlefield, I think, or something.
Oh,
like
in the
that.
trailer of the trench where people are running out or
And
whatever.
there's like explosions.
no,
and
it's
stuff.
filmed so that it's just one continuous fucking.
God
They
damn,
start.
shut up.
that would be nuts if they could
The
pull
whole
that
World
off.
War movie, that's just one continuous cut.
No,
Yeah.
that's how they filmed it though. Like the movie where the two guys have to deliver the message to the front lines, they actually shot it in a way where they could edit it together where it's literally one fucking shot.
I thought
So they did a lot of
Maybe,
wipes.
maybe.
So it is that big. They probably did wipes and
I
stuff.
thought they just said they did a bunch of big continuous ones, but maybe you're right. I don't know.
Well, they probably. I want to see it now just because of that. Because technically, that's fucking insane if they pulled that off. I've heard only good things about
it's no Mike
1917
Myers
too.
going house to house, but you know,
No,
still.
God no, that was amazing.
I saw a thing where they showed what they had to do for the camera work, and I was just like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Pretty much just people holding on to a thing and having to run fucking along, kind of shit.
Oh, wow.
Hardcore Henry, where the dude fucking had back issues from the camera rig, so they replaced him.
And you
with
gotta keep that thing fucking
I
so
haven't
the shot
finished
looks
Hardcore
good.
Henry. Is that worth finishing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's good.
dude.
It's
Okay.
You've seen
fucked
part
up,
of it, but
it's
you never
weird.
finished it.
Yeah.
it's
There's
weird.
you've seen the Russian dude that can use magic for some fucking reason that's never explained, right?
No, I
It's
haven't. even
at the
got that
beginning of
far
the
yet.
movie, isn't it?
So the beginning. Of
No,
the
that's the end.
But he
The be-
sees him early on in the movie
yeah.
because that's how he gets fucked up or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
He uses magic in that in the first part when he fucks him up.
He has some weird fucking mind.
Oh, does he push him out a
telekinesis
window or
type
something?
shit
Yeah,
something,
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's some mutant.
Because I
From
think
the
I
game
saw
Breakdown.
something floating around online that was kind of filmed the same way, and I was like, oh, there's a whole movie of that shit. And I started it, and then it's like, oh, let's watch this.
No
instead.
one gives credit to porn being one continuous shot either.
Not a lot of them are nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just cleverly edited.
Well, it depends
fluffers.
how professional it is.
How do
I'm
they
just trying
not?
to be
Never
funny.
mind. How do they not chafe? I'm gonna ask the question. How do they not chafe?
Lube.
You're smashing. Then in between scenes when you're getting redirected, you're getting fluffed, and then you're smashing again. Like, you see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean
It's like wet, dry, wet, dry, wet,
Well,
dry.
it's,
I'm pretty
called,
sure
it's
it's all-
called ibuprofen, my guy.
Yeah,
Fight through the pain.
fight through the pain. Well, that took a weird turn.
Didn't
I did that. That's expected.
That's funny.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm surprised Irishman didn't win anything.
Well, it's a Netflix movie.
Yep.
Yeah, they didn't want that even being there. Probably.
Nope.
there was
Martin
that,
Scorsese probably fucking pulled the
there
strings
was
just
that
to get
and then
it
that
in there.
Marriage Story one that are both I think Netflix ones or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, we're
And
doing
then,
one for Marriage Story though
Yeah,
for
that
supporting.
actually won.
And then,
ScarJo didn't win for it, and neither did.
you
Oh,
figure what's interesting is Harriet didn't get any wins, even though they hyped that movie up really big.
There's a movie called Harriet.
Harriet Tubman.
Have you been under a rock?
I didn't hear anything about it.
Uh oh.
I didn't hear anything about it.
He did have a movie in
They
the
gotta
hopper.
have a more viral campaign apparently because I didn't hear anything about it. Did they advertise on Twitch?
I mean, they had.
Oh my god.
I
Goddamn.
don't see very much because Fox News won't show it, and that's all my parents watch.
What was that one movie
my
though, where
God.
the two people kill a cop and then they're on the run or whatever?
47
Slim
Bridges.
and
Queen and Slim.
Queen and Slim, yeah.
Yeah, whatever happens to that Bridges movie.
It got a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes and 66% on Metacritic. Maybe that's...
So
Maybe it's not as...
we heard about like 47 Bridges with like Avengers fucking the first like, and
What's
then it
the
took like
audience?
2 years to come out. I swear to God, that movie
Oh.
did not.
Audience is 97, so they must be just talking shit. Metacritic 66.
I mean, it's like an art house film that you'd figure would win like an Oscar for something, you know, like even
Yeah.
costume design, you know, but like
Yeah,
It's called 21 Bridges, you shitwagon. Is that the one you got?
Well, I said 47 Bridges, so...
You guys were
No,
both saying
but, like,
47.
we first saw a trailer for that movie. I swear it was
It was
2
a
years
long time
before
ago.
it even came out.
Very long
I didn't
time
even
ago.
know it had came out yet. Did
Must
it?
have been in rewrites or
Must
something
have.
because
Did it come out?
I think
it came out this fall. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it says,
Oh,
20,
fuck.
it says 2019.
That must have bombed. No one said shit about it.
Let's see. I'll give it a look here. Rotten Tomatoes. 51% from critics, but 91% from audience.
Yeah.
So critics are gonna just dog on it then at the. It's
Well,
not
yeah,
gonna
they're
win
like,
an Oscar.
It's a brain dead action flick. It's like, that's what we wanted,
Right.
fuckers. Ross, you have to cut like 30% of this episode. I want you to know that.
Why? What?
I don't know. You can only be so racist before it gets on someone's nerves, you know?
Who did it?
Someone's got to try.
I don't know. Alex was a little racist.
How so?
Don't feed into
He's
it.
gonna have to cut
You took the bait.
40% of it.
You took the bait.
You
Don't
took-
take the bait.
Adobe is getting rid of Flash officially
Yep, I
in
know.
2020.
Yep, by the end of the year.
No longer supported, but I don't know what happens
Did you hear that
to
there's-
Mr. Weeble.
Did you hear that there's a group that's gathering like all the Flash like games and stuff that you used to play and stuff? And
Yeah,
putting
E-Bombs,
it-
Newgrounds.
They're putting it into one like big thing you can download. Like, you know, it has at least 30-some thousand right now. Like
Holy
games
shit.
and like, Flash things.
Okay, so do you remember that? Because Flash browser games were a huge thing.
Yes.
What is the game? Because I don't know it.
Okay.
It is a huge game from back in high school.
Okay.
Where it was a Flash RPG.
Okay.
Where you started in a tavern and then you made your fucking guy or whatever, and it's like really shitty animation, but then you go and like gradually battle difficult things. Like you face one thing and like it's like a side view, and and like it's turn based, and you swing or cast your spell.
Okay. You start in a tavern. Is there anything else you know about it?
No.
Are you talking about that awful one that was like a browser game that was like Adventure Quest or whatever it's called?
Is it Adventure Quest?
I don't know. It could be.
Let me Google it.
Is that what it was called?
I think I got to
I'm
like
pretty
the
sure it
final
was-
boss and I
Pretty
couldn't.
sure it was called Kings of Chaos or some
God
shit.
damn.
That's a good one. It's Adventure Quest. Ross got
I
it.
was just trying to think of what you were talking about.
One of the greatest games ever made.
Oh yeah. Are you
Adventure
sure?
Quest.
It's on the App Store.
But what about?
Adventure Quest is on the App Store?
Yeah, look.
This game.
Yep, that's the one.
You remember that shit?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
remember
on the
that
App
shit?
Store.
Not really.
That was in high school. You had
I
to
remember
play it in
people. I
high
never
school.
played it, but I remember other people playing it.
Oh,
Oh yeah, when you get the drop my
Just
fucking
super
phone. You get the
excited.
golden axe.
Oh yeah.
Remember
yeah.
the golden axe, Alex?
Fucking crazy.
no.
And then you
It's
get
like
and then you
I never
get and
played
then you
that
get buddies to
game.
help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, that game.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm playing that later.
Yeah, you can definitely get that on
Adventure Quest,
But, like-
Battle Gems. Oh god.
But like, hear me out on this.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, if they made a new Def Jam game,
Fight for New York.
who the hell are they gonna put in it? None of these youngins like
Scrap.
could scrap, right?
Nah. They're not built for it, dude. They ain't,
Tekashi-
they ain't built.
Takashi's in it?
They ain't
Right.
built for Cuban links, dude. All right.
Like snitch.
Like
snitch.
like DMX that just like just fucking
Decimate
shoot up and
everything.
fucking
Yeah.
decimate people,
Yep.
dude.
Just bark at them and they get scared. Okay, we're running out of shit. Trump sucks dick.
yeah.
What else do we got?
No,
Do you? I don't care. I wrote down Trump acquitted and Buttigieg is the new corporate Democrat. Coronavirus, controversial topic.
Yes. Yes, we're
It
here.
is still going on. That cruise ship that was quarantined had to be quarantined for another 2 weeks. I think they have 1 week left, maybe.
There was the other cruise ship. It like went to 5 ports and got rejected. Then it finally had one that took it in finally.
Yep.
I want to say
North
it was
Korea,
in Cambodia or something like that.
North Korea just executed an North Korean official for like disobeying the quarantine rules after visiting China.
Oh, jeez.
They just got rid of him.
Damn.
China currently no longer has the manpower or facilities or test kits to test anybody anymore. They ran out of resources.
The one
apparently.
good news is I swear my mom claimed that they like had
That could be
that
Fox
they had
News.
Found what's it called, vaccine or something.
Did they?
I swear that's what my mom said, but I could be wrong.
It's possible. Well, they got to nip it in the bud before if it mutates and it
She
fucks them.
could be some Fox News shit.
Could
though.
be some Fox News shit.
Yeah.
The thing is we have
U.S. shut down travel from China to here. They did that like 2 weeks ago, I think, though.
we have things in place that
There's-
without finding a vaccine could keep us perfectly safe from this. And I don't think people pay much attention to that. Like, we were having a big back and forth in the group about this because it's like,
Oh, here we go. It says pharmaceutical lab in San Diego identifies possible vaccine in 3 hours, but testing will take months.
What?
wow.
They need to make sure it's safe because if someone dies from the vaccine, it's
Right.
cost the company more money.
China's
than dying
like,
from.
give it here.
Yeah, just give it
Yeah,
here. We
like,
don't
well,
care.
yeah, we'll test the
Right
fuck
up.
out of this.
We'll pay you $1 billion for it.
We'll try it on one of those
Let's
prisoners.
sell it to them for like a few $1 billion.
A percentage of the national debt.
Yeah.
We'll try it on one of those
Forgive our
Muslims.
debts.
Right. We got this shot here.
Yeah, so
it's
there's
just-
only several cases in the U.S., but I think that's generally been nipped in the bud. It's pretty much it's on every continent, almost.
Except Antarctica.
There was some
Yeah.
report that I said they might still have where they're dealing with stuff from it next year still. So
Yeah,
Maybe.
it lasts a long while because it's just chain, like
Yeah.
especially with like the incubation
yeah, that's what
is
makes it annoying.
longer than SARS, but it's less deadly. But it
Well, I
balances.
mean-
out. There's already more deaths than there was for
the
SARS.
thing with the
Yeah.
virus, though,
and
is
like
that
way less of time.
Just 'cause
it
it's way easier to
eventually,
get it.
it eventually could mutate to be less dangerous.
Yeah, it could mutate to be worse though too.
Yeah.
But we'll
Right.
see when that
But
happens.
it's like you use common sense, use
Wash your
standard
hands.
things, wash your hands, cough into your GD elbows, use sanitizer.
Yeah.
Stay home when you're sick. There's other things like if we are worried about this and
no one's worried about it here.
The only problem is stay home when you're sick in America.
Right.
That's not a thing. Yeah.
we need
Just
to
say
look
you've
at
got
how many
corona.
practices that we have in place that allow for these bugs to spread as widely as they do. You can't
Well,
stay
I
home
mean-
when you're sick when you don't have enough time to stay home and you're,
I mean, you
I don't
say
wanna get too
that.
far
You
into it.
say, we got a plan. America's got a plan. But then Katrina happened, and then the hurricane in Puerto Rico
yeah,
happened.
that's true.
It's like everything that's set in place, but it just.
There's
with
always
the-
unforeseen
And
things
Trump
that can happen.
and
I was
Trump
just
is
saying-
working on cutting funding to the CDC.
Yep, he was.
Yeah.
And I think to their
I'm just gonna say that.
Do they give dues to the World Health Organization?
I just
Or what
wanna-
is that? I heard something about that.
I just want to say that both of those hurricanes happened when a Republican was running things.
Yeah, of course.
And you kind of see what happens.
It's-
Yeah, I
it's-
mean, because they cut funding to everything to fill their own pockets. And it
Oh,
just
what?
goes to the
Cut
wayside.
funding to the CDC when coronavirus is a thing?
Yeah,
Well,
that's the
even if-
dumbest fucking thing you could possibly do. And then if
Well, here's the thing: it's not going to kill rich people.
no, it won't kill the majority that get infected. But the CDC is like, well, we ran out of kits to distribute because we ran out of funding. Manpower, hospitals got to pick up the slack, and it's like blah blah blah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. America will be definitely well off. Last time I checked, there was over 40,000 cases in China that were reported, and then they're like.
I almost
They're
thought the-
obviously
I almost
underreported.
thought the last time I
started-
saw it was 60 some. I think.
Someone said
Yeah,
that,
it's- and they're
someone said
underreported.
that China pretty much disallowed people to get over the counter meds to flush people out that have it or some shit.
Yeah,
wow.
Because over the counter shit's not going to do anything except mask your symptoms.
Well, yeah.
They pretty much said if you travel to one of their bigger cities, they pretty much said that when you get there, you have to quarantine yourself for a certain amount of time before you can even do anything.
Jeez. It's a global thing. I get it, but also it's
yeah, not really
There-
a big global thing yet, but just
Right,
still
but
in China, really.
there's there's other things that
Wait until it gets to India.
If you did your research and looked at the CDC and saw other stuff out there, like, please understand that who you vote for controls obviously funding to that shit. Mm-hmm. So vote smart, please. Like, I get it, the racist thing. It's okay to be racist out loud now and shit like that, but vote for who's smart. Like,
it got way worse. Death toll is nearing, according to CBS News live updates. The death toll is almost at 1,400 people and is still spreading in China. It's pretty much
they had
in
where they
China.
thought it slowed down, but then all of a sudden, like the next day, all of a sudden there were a shit ton more cases.
Yeah, because it's a 10-day incubation period, which allowed it to spread across the world. And then in China alone, with like their population and shit, which is the worst place you could have an airborne virus, and it spread. It's like we got 40,000 cases. Now it's like going to be 60-some thousand. And then before the 10 days is up, it's like, oh shit, it's already spread again. Like, it may become a big issue. Like, eventually in that country, we'll probably be good now because like we shut down like airport travel and shit. But if it gets to India and it becomes a big deal in India, like Asia is. It's gonna be in trouble. Even if you find a cure,
at like handling it very well. I know.
No,
that.
a lot of poor people will die, and even if there is a cure, if it gets to that level where like 1.5 billion people populations got like mass infected, like it's already too late. Like even if you have a cure, you can't. You can't even get it out.
And then like setting up vaccinations too.
No, I don't want to sound like a buzzkill here, but militarily, I mean, if there's a time when you're going to hit China, it's going to be when they're all. I'm kidding.
Yeah, leave that to Putin. That's Putin's job. No, you're not. I mean, you're not wrong.
No, not
population control is a huge thing in these countries, and
I just find it very weird.
These are natural.
Where it's happening right now. And
I saw like conspiracy theories about it that it was like engineered or whatever and stuff.
Oh, and that those what are those Muslim populations?
I'm not going to enunciate it because I'll probably say it wrong.
Yeah, that's fine. But those Muslim populations are, I don't even remember the name.
I know what it is, and it sounds too close to something else if you pronounce it wrong.
Oh, okay.
It's spelled Uighurs.
I don't even know what you spelled.
It kind of starts with like an I.
Urguis?
U-I...
Yeah, but it's like an I...
Or U-I...
Spell it again?
There's multiple ways I've seen it spelled.
H-U-R?
G-H-U-R.
Okay. I'm just doing research as you guys are talking.
Anyway, the Muslim population that they currently have in prison in China is more than likely already infected and dead.
It's possible. Some of
because it was reported like a month ago.
Was the goal or whatever.
Yeah, that was like a month ago. It was reportedly at the camp or whatever.
You haven't really heard anything since.
You haven't heard anything since, so it's more than likely they just let him go, which is it will obviously a crime against humanity.
Here's the deal. No, they say it arrived at the camp and then they all disappear, right?
But then one guy with an injector,
wasn't the coronavirus that actually killed him.
Maybe it was a flamethrower. Or a tank. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the truth will come out eventually once it's all cleaned up.
Because once you hit China and...
because what China is going to do is they're going to cover up for it. So they're going to be like, oh, we already burnt the bodies. Because no one can come in because of the quarantine. They won't let anybody in. So I'm sure the government will have satellite images, though.
My parents were claiming... that there were like satellites that had heat signatures and they were saying they were burning bodies or something like that.
Yeah. I'm assuming.
But we'll see if that's true.
That's probably Fox News, though.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know. You can't trust anything.
You can't.
But all that we know is that China is still unreporting it. Underreporting.
They don't want to show weakness.
So they're thinking... Someone projected that what they give you, the number that they give you, like 60-some thousand cases, is a week behind what it's currently at.
If that's true, holy shit.
Yeah, because that's what China does. Because it's like they were like a week behind, like the World Health Organization, like estimates or whatever. So they're assuming that they're underreporting it by like a week or something. So Like the
So
the
it could be, like,
1400
double that.
yeah, the 1400 dead is really 2300 right now, but they'll report it next week as that. Like it's
it's possible.
it's a shit show, dude. It sucks.
Oh, it's not as bad as it looks. It's not as bad as just fucking everything falling apart on fire.
So this was a very political podcast.
Yep.
You will see 30 minutes of it. We're at hour 5. You will see 30 minutes of it. And I just want you to know how insensitive and bigoted and racist that Ross was during those cut
Crazy.
30 minutes.
We had to scrap it out. too.
Crazy.
It was crazy.
He said Obama wasn't born here, I remember.
Sure.
He said he was born in Hawaii, but that's not a country, so he couldn't have been born here.
I get that shit all the time.
Anybody got any closing statements? Anything they want to say?
You could be like Trump and be like,
Oh,
Puerto
are we-
Ricans aren't
wait a
citizens.
second.
All right, we're getting fired. Go ahead. What?
Closing statements. Vanessa Hudgens is a grown ass woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I
That's
miss?
it. He'll show us the GIF after of her deep throwing a microphone
No.
on stage.
Oh, Jesus
No, I'm
Christ.
just saying she was in Bad Boys movie, and I was like, what the fuck do they have this kid in this movie for? And she's apparently a grown ass woman now. That's crazy to me.
Oh, that was her?
That was Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh,
Fucking grown ass woman.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. We will catch you next time.
Late.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 podcast.